Good, good.
Thanks.
Can we just start with Romelu Lukaku if we can? How's he looking? Is he fit for Sunday? Is he going to play? Is he going to be in your starting 11?
Yeah, well, we have one more training to go, but the week was a heavy load for him because he was in the group with the late starters from our guys. So it was a kind of an overload week so far. Today was lower intensity, and tomorrow we will have an important training before the match. But like I said, if we are hoping that he's on the pitch for Sunday, and things look like it.
Is he the last piece of your jigsaw, do you feel, Thomas, or are you looking to bring in some more signings? Because obviously you've let go a lot of players, so you've got a bit more funds. Do you think you're going to use that?
Yeah, we let go players because I truly also believe that everybody needs a role and needs a place to fight for. So it was also necessary, although I don't like it at all because the guys who left us played a big role in the last campaign, and it was a very successful campaign, and you build relationship with your players, and it's not nice to let them go, but at the same time is sometimes also necessary because like I said, everybody needs a role and everybody needs a situation which is worth fighting for. So these are the decisions we made. Is Romelu the missing piece? Well, we hope, but at the same time, we try to find solutions for any questions who are asked during games, and we want to still be a strong squad and a squad that comes from a team effort, and Romelu is that kind of personality and profile that we were missing up front, and from now it's our job to push ourselves to the limit.
What about at the back then? Because it's an exciting new prospect I see, Trevor Chalobah. Is he going to stay in your plans? Because I know he's been out on loan. What's the future hold for him at the moment?
Well, I think he did a fantastic pre-season with us, and he's a very good player, and even more important, a top character. He has both feet on the ground, and he took his chance very impressively. He played very good matches in pre-season. He performed 120 minutes against Villarreal and another strong 90 minutes now against Crystal Palace. So I think it's very logic that he stays with us and is looking for his chance here. Like you said, we let go some players, and Trevor is the guy that we absolutely want to keep, and this is the status for him.
So he's going to sign a new contract then, yes?
This actually I don't know. Actually, I absolutely don't know nothing about the contract situation. I just know that we had a talk yesterday, and I think that his situation is that he went out for loans. He had the minutes he needed to develop, and now is a good moment to stay with us and to be part of the group and do further steps to fulfill his dream, which is to be a part of a strong Chelsea squad, which he is in the moment, and we trust him, and he deserves this. This is not a gift. Is what he deserves for now, and this is a good situation for us and for him right now. And I'm absolutely not aware what it means for his contract.
Okay, just finally from me then, the North London derby. How excited are you with all the fans to be back in it as well? Yeah,
we had a pre-season match with not all the fans in it, but we could see like the atmosphere and the energy that this derby and this stadium can produce. I think it's always a tough one. It's always a tight one. It's like what it is in derbies and in North London derby. So North London game. They had a bit of a rough start now, and I think from their perspective, it can be like a help that a big rival from within the city arrives now, and it can be like can create a situation where they stick together and try to win their crowd over with a strong performance. So we should be absolutely prepared for the best Arsenal possible. They have qualities, they have a strong coach, they have a strong team, strong lineup, strong signings. So I think we should prepare for the best Arsenal possible, and at the same time do what we need to do, push the standards to the limit on this very Sunday. Let's see where our limit is, and look for an intense game, look for intensity, look for rhythm, and look for a confident game on and off the ball. This is what we're looking for, and anything else but a tough game would be a big surprise.
We'll go to Ian Abrahams, TalkSport.
Hi Thomas, how are you?
Hi, I'm fine.
You're a man who knows his stuff. You'll know about the curse of the number 9 shirt at Chelsea. Generally, strikers who wear the number 9 shirt don't do very well. But I know that Romelu Lukaku is going to break that curse. How many goals are you expecting from him this season?
50, 60. Honestly, until winter. Normally until winter. No, we expect to have an impact. Let's see where the impact is. Of course, we expect goals. We should not talk around it. And he himself expects goals. And why? Because he delivered goals everywhere he played. So yeah, this is why he's here. And then we will see how far the impact goes. He has a big personality in the dressing room. But like I said before, I'm absolutely convinced that he will have a very positive impact on Timo Werner, on Kai Havertz, on Christian Pulisic, the guys who play with him, around him, and will maybe open spaces and attract the focus from the defenders. So let's see how we will measure it in the end. But that we demand, and he demands goals from him. Yeah, that is obvious. But I'm just now 1 week with him, and I get to know him better and better, and then we will set a clear target later in the season.
Can you liken him to another striker that you've worked with? Who would you compare him to someone you've already worked with?
Oh, it's a tough one. I think he's pretty unique from his physicality and from his ability to play with the back towards the goal. But for me, he's the strongest when he is in a half open position, even for transition game, to use his immense speed. So I think with this kind of physical power and at the same time, like being so fast and being so hungry and like a true goal scorer in his characteristic, I think is also for me a unique and new experience. He's a very nice guy, that I can tell you. It's just very nice to see for us, and everybody told me about, and everybody was right. We are a good group, and it's very important to us to be a good group and to be a respectful group and a very democratic group where everybody is involved and feels and shares the responsibility. And this is a very, very good fit to us. So let's hope it stays that positive.
Okay, we'll go to Olivia Bazzago, PLP.
Hi Thomas.
Hi.
Can we just have an update on some team news on Hakim Ziyech, on why Christian Pulisic didn't train open training?
Well, Christian is unfortunately pretty easy to explain. He had a positive test and needs to follow the protocol, so he was not in training and is not available for the game. Hakim and N'Golo were both in training today and did everything until yesterday to be in training today. Had absolutely no problems, so we need to have another more physical, more intense training session tomorrow with them and with the team, and decide after tomorrow's training session at 11. But right now it seems very positive that both can be in the squad for Sunday.
And just another word on Trevor Chalobah. He's, you've got Jorginho, Kante and Kovacic, obviously your three main midfielders.
Yeah.
Have you seen enough from Trevor Chalobah yet to maybe think that he might play in midfield? Of course, he excelled there in the loans that he went on. Yeah,
we know this. For us, so far, he only played in the back three. So right now, I would say this is the positions. These are the three positions where he can maybe achieve the most on a high level football. but it's only my opinion after 6-7 weeks, and there's enough room and enough space and enough time to convince me that he is maybe even a solution for us as a fourth midfielder. At one time we will maybe try it. One time there is some stuff to improve on this kind of level when the game is so tight, when you need to open spaces so quickly. It's a big difference to play in midfield in Premier League or with all the respect, or in a smaller team in France, where you maybe can rely on ball wins and transition game. We have also many phases where we have a lot of ball possession and need to find creative solutions. So hopefully we don't need to try it, because that would mean that our three top guys are in shape and healthy. But we have this in mind. We just talked on the pitch about it within the staff, because he was doing a good ball possession exercise in the middle of the pitch, and I just asked the same question to all of us: could he even be maybe the number 4 solution? We need to find it out and give some time in it. I think now is not the time to confuse him and to try too many roles. He settled in in the back three. He knows now, he learns now what it takes to play on this position in terms of football tactics and behavior, principles of the game. Now he needs to learn what it takes to be a professional for Chelsea. He has big role models at his side, big experience and top players. So step by step, and maybe sometimes we will put him in midfield when all the other processes are done.
Okay, we have time for a couple more in this section. We'll go to George Cummins, BBC, and then end with Nick Jewell, PA.
Thank you. Thomas, hello. I just wondered, I'm sure you're aware about this COVID outbreak at Arsenal, and how much of a different team are they going to be this week compared to the team that they played against Brentford? They wasn't as good as they have been.
I actually don't know what the team will be. It's a bit like it's a difficult one to predict. For me, the situation, when I put myself into their shoes, the situation is a bit like they can play maybe the underdog role here because of the complications they had now with the COVID situation, the difficulties they had in the first match, and to lose a first match. I think they will try to put themselves into the underdog role and fight from there in this London derby, which is fair enough, and this is on us to be absolutely focused and well aware of everything that they will ask us, because there is a lot of quality in the squad. They have quality signings, they have quality players in their squad, and they can hurt anybody if you're not concentrated, if you're not aware of the danger. So in the end it comes down to us. What do we demand of us? And there we will be very, very clear, and hopefully we can reach our top level to be able to produce a top result.
Now, please don't sit on the fence with this question, but UEFA announced their Men's Player of the Year. It's N'Golo Kante, Jorginho, and Kevin De Bruyne. So, if you had a vote, who would you be voting for?
I would give 2 votes for my 2 players, of course. I cannot. It's clear.
And the Men's Coach of the Year, you're up for that. So you're up against Pep Guardiola and Mancini. So who would you be voting for in that one?
I would not vote. Let the others vote. I mean, we know about it and I heard about it, but it's not the most important in before a match, not in between matches. It's in general not the most important, the individual awards. The most important is that we produce performances as a team. That includes me, the manager, and everybody in the staff. And that includes, of course, every player. It's a team sport, and that's why we love it, and it will always stay like this.
Thank you, and then we'll end on Nick Jewell, PA.
Hi Thomas, hope you're well. Thanks for your time as always. Just with Hakeem, obviously great news that it's not a serious injury. He's had his issues before, hasn't he? I mean, I know it's not a completely normal pre-season for him, but it must have been better than last year. And I mean, do you think that we can see the best, and you can see the best of him this season? Hopefully, maybe with a partnership with Lukaku, that could be quite tasty, couldn't it? Of course. Chances you create directly in India.
Actually, any partnership could be very promising when Hakim plays on a high level of his on his high level. I think he was very promising in the preseason. He had some very good matches last season. Also some difficulties and hard decisions from me to take. But the preseason was very promising and pretty impressive from him. The attitude he arrived here was absolutely the right attitude to grow and to show personality. This is what he did fantastic from day one. He was decisive in every single friendly game we played, and he was decisive actually in the first competitive game in the final against Villarreal. Very, very unfortunately he got injured, so now we need to take care of it because on one side we are very happy that he's back on the pitch. The other side is that a shoulder injury can be a bit tricky, so tomorrow is a decisive game for him, and then we will see how far it can go and how much sense it makes. And hopefully he did not. What the good thing is, with a shoulder injury, you can still run, you can still keep your fitness, so you don't lose too much of that. And he has many training sessions in his legs. And from there on, once he gives the green light and feels totally free, hopefully he can find his performance from this season very, very quickly, because he was very important for us.